just capturing them. It's gonna work better. Please. Okay. Down here or something. Current time is okay. Okay. It's like 9:02. I'm holding. So you also said now it's exactly 9:02 p.m. How is that even possible? The odds are, let me see, 40 to 1. Are they? Either you're messing with me or this is an incredible coincidence. Is that the exact moment of the day when you decide time to play video games? The tour rolls around and woohoo, video game time? Or is it specifically the time at which you like to play Stanley Parable? Regardless of the specifics, it's an incredible example of effective scheduling. Excuse me, I'm getting a little bit lost in the weeds here. I'll get out of here and just play the game already. But I'm looking forward to seeing you again at 9:02 p.m. If I don't do enough stuff that I think it's worth ending streams there, I'll have to start the stream at 9:02. Okay, now. Do I want to try that ending again? Hey, Nier. I'm doing alright. How are you doing, Nier? Can't speak, but that's besides the point. Fine, I'll look it up. Don't want to waste too much time. Also, I have no ideas how to do it. Stanley Parable. Was explosion ending? Nuke. Mine control facility on. There's a whole wiki for it. Okay. HL2 mod HD remix. Okay. Countdown ending. Explosion ending and the bomb ending is the ending that Carousel does everything the other says, but chooses to engage the machine in the process of turning it off. Obtaining. Haven't pressed on. Skin changes. Yeah. Is everything the same? The bucket? Timers and keep action going, as many seconds. So is there no way to change it? Doing the ending a second time will make narrator say something different between the last 30 seconds. I remember that. You're trying to cheat, you can go to the catwalk above you and see an error computer with the background doors. Several players have unearthed the map to figure out what the buttons are and what they do. They have no entities tied to them that would stop the countdown. Yeah, so there is no way. He is not lying to me. Okay. In the original Half-Life 2 mod, the countdown didn't appear on the big screen, but only atop your field of view. The narrator's dialogue is also highly different, except some of the first lines which stay the same. If Stanley is holding the bucket, the narrator describes how it pressed the on switch instead, shocking Stanley at his sudden betrayal. However, the screen comes on if the bucket knew of this or not. The controls become active again and allow Stanley and the bucket to flip through several live feeds of silly birds from all over the world, which they do for the rest of their lives. The game then restarts. Ah. I see. There's an endings map. I'm gonna use it. The original one, not the Ultra Deluxe. I still want to do that as much as I can on my own. Oh, that starts. What? Texture change? I don't get it.
This is the story of...
Okay, click to skip. Quit the game, then start it again. Achievements gotten. Perfect.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what? That's how many endings there are? Some of them weird? Okay, start. 419, 423, boss's assistant desk. 434, Stanley's desk. 419. 418. Does it do anything? 423. Can I climb desk here? How the mighty have fallen. Weekly's more. I can't read much of that, but okay. Boss's assistant's desk. I don't even know where that is. Which one is boss's assistant?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
True that. Maybe it has to be something more specific. There's new content I was planning to do. Boss's assistant's desk. I'm guessing there aren't gonna be any numbers next to it, since it would have been easier to say the numbers. They all look the same. Doors have numbers, most of them do. If I go forward, state my boss mag. I don't know. Okay, fine. Start. Sometimes blue office. Sometimes blue office. What does that mean? Start launch options minus constant SV sheets. Can I? I have to change launch options. Don't want to do that. Did I have to do that in the office, maybe? Every time game restarts, I'm gonna try a different ending, but for now, let's try something. No, don't do that. There we go. I want to name the ending, so I want to at least someone see it. As little spoiled as possible. But what does it activate input? What do you mean activate input? That's just noise it normally makes. Okay, let's try doing something. 434, for example. Is 434 this way? 437. But it's a computer. So it'll be an office. Maybe it's changed in the... Fuck, do I have to look at the map? That's for my version of the game. Yeah, I think so. No, it says at room 434, but 434 is a desk. Doesn't have a number on the... Okay, I don't know. I thought it would be simpler than this. So that's where the new content is. It's door choice. How? How? Maybe I can do that one. Let's see.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Me,
and Stanley knew
me.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
Yes.
to admire it.
Love the employee lounge. Look at the blue floor.
Yes, truly a room
Fantastic.
worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did you know?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So...
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Oh. So do I
Come
just...
on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Do it! He wants me to kill myself. I don't know.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
So that was the cold feet ending.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
Damn,
He
it's
no longer
fast.
had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Sure, can I
Eventually,
sit down at least?
someday,
Whoa.
They would arrive. Soon,
Chair
very
isn't
soon
real.
now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
And that's a reluctant ending. Me not leaving. No. No, that's just that. Yeah, I think that was cut from this version of the game. Hmm. Start after sometimes blue office. I'm not I don't know what that means. After sometimes? What does that mean? Let's see. Let's see. More than just a map. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't call the office bluish. So that ending is not something I can get right now. A reluctant or covered ending, that makes sense. Oh, that's how I do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
How do I?
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Ah, fuck!
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're
Yeah?
here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
It's not much to
Okay,
drink
I'm
in.
over it now. What do
Yeah.
you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Do I walk toward it? No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
I don't know.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Perhaps.
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
Oh, that was the plan.
What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
No, this is the first time.
What do you think? Which choice was the better one?
I haven't done the other
If you
choice.
had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
I know, right?
You are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Probably.
Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
So do I... Do I... Is he gonna come back? What if I go no again? What if I go yes? Ah. And there's the windows. Through the window, through the wall. Fine. Blue? No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I
Stanley
don't
decided
know.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Actually, I
a
do
memo.
know what it means, but
No matter how hard
He-
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure
Indeed.
and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Eh,
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
minute is too much.
Okay,
Just white.
I'm over it now. What
Some
do you think? Are you sick of this
windows
gag
at
yet?
the above. What? Snapping back. Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want.
That is
like
true.
Right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of
I'm
these
not a
points and
quitter.
so many more.
Mama
all of
didn't
them
raise no
are
quitter.
appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Mr. Narrator, I hope this is not
Once
copyrighted.
was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
What does that
What
mean?
Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is
Oh, that's
why
rude.
he's in this parable.
Stanley's Parable.
Quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Yes.
Too will become quite unbearable.
Does it end? Seems like there's nothing around. Hmm. This. Oops. How do I even start with that? Oh. Oh. Well, that doesn't sound right. Where is that one? Oh, it's a new content. God damn it. Fine. Oh, damn, there's a lot of things. Fine. New content there is. I want to get an item from the blue. No.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
It's content that's new, Mr. Narrator. Ooh.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013
Yes,
on
it
home
was.
computers.
Sounds like Scott Coffin
Critical and commercial success,
from
it
Five
was
Nights at
expanded
Freddy's.
upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah. I'm playing it right
The
now.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Hope so.
Please
I'm here to see
step
it.
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Same, Mr. Narrator. I thought you'd know what is happening.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is it an elevator? It's not moving.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh,
there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it! Are you still there, Nier, or did you leave?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I'll give you another... Door. Jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can't even jump. I can. Wow. It is an exciting new content. The one lamp is working. Well, I guess I ran out of jumps. I'm surprised Narrator didn't say anything.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Has to be. Oh, another elevator. Augers.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
These
If
days,
it's new
yeah.
content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
You
I
calm
knew
down.
There had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
It's an office. With a little bridge. Oh.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
It does.
Quality assurance department signed off on this. I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
You are?
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Yeah, you hyped it up too
If you're
much.
still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and
Isn't the
me
game the
having a
whole...
great time together
The whole
like
game is a
always.
gimmick?
What do you say, friend?
Well... I say you forced my hand. Blue? Oh, that's not the same. Narrator! There's an office. What familiar look.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
Narrator, you're sus!
Something.
You venting? I'll follow you. Can't stand up here, weird. Well, you broke my legs.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yeah.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay. It's Elden Ring 6.
I call it
Elder
the
Scrolls.
Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life.
Just a
whenever I
gallery?
want.
Seriously?
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley
Narrator.
Parable on PC.
It's not new if it's just old stuff. Oh.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable
Don't
was
forget.
before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the
Not
game
much.
originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all
So
meant
how Steam
something.
looked back then.
The waste.
What language is it in? Pribati? It's using Cyrillic, but... Interesting. Is that where the devs are from? It's a collector's edition. You went through a lot. It's okay. You don't have to be sorry. Did something bad happen? How are you doing it in public again? Still weird to me, but I am quite an introvert, really. What does that say? The greatest wealth is memory. People with Alzheimer's would disagree. Audience Award 2014. I'm not sure if that one is real. Good times. The doors to choose, the endings, the mind control facility, something behind the chair with more doors to choose. Hey, you're repeating the same things. The original remake. The Stanley Parable. What everyone's saying. Linguists identify 15,000-year-old ultra-conserved words. Okay. Researchers identify 24 words whose sound and meaning have survived the past 15,000 years. 6 components of a great corporate culture. John Coleman, Harvard Business Review. Okay. Smile because it happened. The Stanley Parable Alpha Test. A trip down memory lane. The first dollar. Oh, damn, that sounds like the kid needs a beating. Slam him into the table forcefully. Is it lagging? No, seems like. Okay, bull. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Oh, and now the achievement is don't play for 10 years. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. I wonder if that's true. British Academy Award, the Stanley Parable Game Innovation, British Academy Games Awards. So is there BAGA? Because there's BAFTA for other stuff. I hear a lot of children screaming outside. Is it just nominee? You didn't win for story, for debut game, for game innovation. New video game releasing today! Colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. I mean, costs hinder new tech to achieve diversity. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis. 50% off designer hat, but a small creature owns the other half. Late edition today. Sunny, hot, humid. High 82 tonight. Okay, whatever. Business leaders pushing election of council allies. Oh, the death ending. Or whatever that one's called. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Kinda. Oh. Fucking hell. Get a manager to fuck them up or something. That looked like it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do anything either. Is that a hamster? Oh, in memory of living Stanley. Oh, cute. There's no one. Fucking hell. Beasts. Oh, I thought I can sit and just look at the distance.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like
what does it look like? Outlast level?
Games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. Wow. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now
Persona 3,
it's
yeah.
nothing. It's no games at all.
And I'm playing it in 2023 when there's a remake.
Anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour of elevators? My last stream got copyrighted because of the elevator music. My last stream on this game specifically. The line. The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. More of the same photos. What's this way? Memory zone maintenance. Knowing your city. Okay. Thought maybe it's a map for endings. Just thrown in as a joke. The top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable 2013. I remember. I do too. The buttons. Person of the year, I think it's Stanley. There's Stanley and there's the woman that found Stanley dead on the floor. Wow. This is the development process. Cool. I think I'll ever make a game, but I wouldn't mind seeing how the game is made. Never the end, never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. It's pretty cool. It's like a model of my Mac, making it look like it's the developer, like a photo. Were they making a game or something? Okay. For Scott K. It's never the end thing again. Collector's edition. Oh. That took a while. Top 10 memories, the number. Bicycle. Preparing snake oil salesman. I can't read the last word.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Was it? It's
It didn't need
9
anything
out of
else.
10.
It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone.
That is
To
true for
spend
some
the rest
games.
of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Carpet textures. Repeatable carpet textures ready for your game project. 6 royalty-free designs. Is that one of them? To a washed out carpet from... No, not here. From my parents' apartment. Source. Can't go there.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give
Indeed.
to go back, to have it all over again.
That's now. That's the menu now. Maintenance is open.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. Ooh, cold drinks. Whoa. Did it change? Is it me jumping? Oh.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a
Reviews.
collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game
I know what it
distributor.
is, yeah.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Sure, yeah, 100%. Oh no, not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Unfunny! What?
Funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art.
God.
I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Unfunny! I mean, he's following the script, technically, and if we're talking about game making here. It's more not recommended. Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Uh-huh.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
A little bit.
I always
Not
look,
too
be honest,
unbearable.
I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
More red
I
marks.
feel like a failure. Like I let
Don't.
these people down.
Oh.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
It's about seeing like one bad review across thousands of good ones. Maybe imposter syndrome and stuff. Oh, I thought there was a way here and then there was a choice, but nope. Now I can't go back.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
How dare you,
A
Cookie?
skip button?
Oh,
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's
What?
always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
okay. Skip button. What? Is the child back, or are you just about? Are you umming about the game?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have...
What if I don't press it?
It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
I'm enjoying this monologue.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time.
I think he's repeating himself now.
All at once. So now you... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need
I'm sad I missed it.
but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof.
Poof.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Oh.
That last one was, well...
Oh, where's the door?
Maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
It's Dark Souls
Stanley,
3.
the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Maybe it'll be back after I come back.
Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh.
Or 2 weeks.
But you're making an
I've been sitting
old
here all that
man
time, just sitting
voice.
Here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always...
Oh god. I can't.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Oh.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
No.
Let me describe it for you.
Oh, poor
To begin
flower.
with, there is
Plant.
only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time.
Is the narrator dead? Died of old age? What are you? Why are you beeping? It's quite annoying.
But they didn't understand the
Oh,
game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
you're
condition.
alive.
But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are
All right.
accountable.
Mr. Narrator? How long has it been?
The end is never the end, 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 is.
Oh. I thought I heard footsteps, but that's water dripping. We're sinking. The building was pulled out from the water, sinking back. Or it's just broken down by weather. I almost have my way out. One more push. Well, maybe more than one. No, the ladder. My only friend in here fell over. I am stuck. Holy shit. There's even a music band evolved somewhere outside. How long has it been? Nope. Everything is dead. What happened? Is that a Banshee? What the hell is happening? It's a reference to something, I just don't get it. No, the button! Are you forever broken now? The ladder is still here. Laying. The chair with wheels surprisingly just standing there. Well. It's my way out. To some kind of Mad Max. Was that a glitch or was there something behind? I think it is a visual glitch. Oh, I can't go on the roof. Damn it. Well... I don't know in which direction to go. I'm just gonna go away from the building. Well then. Not blue. Who's calling? Hello?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual
Can't stop
sphere.
it.
Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Well, that was a thing. Narrator? Username access. There it is. Awaiting input. It's input received. Then I do this. No. I'm scared of recorded messages. For the 2, for the 1, shit. For the 3. Then it's boss assistant. Which I'm not
All
sure.
of his co-workers
Wah!
were gone. What could it mean?
Welcome back.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, boss assistant. Boss's assistant. Yeah, new content. I'll be back for you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did indeed.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
now.
office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, he did. This is the assistant? Yes. Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
And the last one. Ah. Heaven. So many buttons to press. This is Stanley's heaven. Can I press the button once to? Oh my god. Oh, I can unpress them too. Oh, and they change themselves, so I can press all of them. That's creepy to look at. So, now what? Heaven? Show me heaven ending. Tell me. Move around and... Oh, the choir says push the buttons. Push the buttons. 432 buttons to push. Forever. Heaven. Alright. Maybe blue? Oh. I guess that's always gonna be a thing, maybe. Anyway, on to the new content.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps, or perhaps there's a new content.
Good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Ooh. It's your doing, narrator. Okay. Let's see the new content. Wah. Wah. Oh, that was terrible. Elevator? Oh, narrator, you shouldn't have.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Ah. The sequel.
Yes, you see, isn't this far
For
superior to
2.7.
re-release with a few minor additions?
Happens never the end again.
Will cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground up.
New mug.
So many possibilities. It could
Holy
go in
shit.
So many different directions. This is what fans have truly
Disgusting
been
couch.
asking for.
I want to read what says on the mug, but I can't. What is that? Testing 2 printers at the same time? Oh my fucking god. Is that an iMac? Welcome, Investor
Calling it the
Showcase.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Два, two, three, два, два,
But the
do,
Stanley
два,
Parable
zwei,
2,
do,
now
das,
that's an
два.
artistic statement right there. It's future
That's the
oriented.
sequel, new
It
and tasty.
screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I mean, kind of. I would love to have a Stanley Parable 2, to be honest. I want more games like this. They're just Windows 10. Off painting K. Cool. Maybe it's Windows 11, maybe it's the sequel to Windows 10. Huh. Automatic doors you shouldn't have. Also glass doors, that's new. Laptop with a bird on it. Sequel ideas. Oh fuck, I have to read this. Stanley can throw axes. Okay. Stanley gets boons from figures? From I can't see that. Aesthetic. Something wife scene. Women. I can't read. Free roam mode. More famous narrative, that's crossed out. Dress up mode. Proper gameplay question mark. Nude Stanley. Oh fuck yeah. New Cork City, or it's New York City, I can't tell. I think it is maybe York. Jetpack. And fuel canisters. I had to get very close. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old plus busted new content. Or new hotness. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. Fuck yeah. Hi, Anthony. I can't get closer. It's a lot of 2s, but I don't know what's written next to them. 2 doors, they're back! Whoa. More new mugs. More TSP, better TSP, win-win. Sequential mindshare. Paradigm shift, synergy, brick and mortar approach. I don't know what that means. Envelop client-centric marketing. The color red, let's go! Leverage holistic value. 1, 2, there's no need for 3. E. Is it because Markiplier played the game? Stanley Parable 2. Red is his color. 2 ferns. Stanley Parable 2. Is this like different games? Thanks for attending my meeting. This one might be original. I'm not exactly sure. The second one looks kind of like Red Dead Redemption. They look familiar, but I can't place them all. Red box. Everything is red. It's so hype. Whoa, mirrored twos. But that one has a dot and it's red. 2 Stanleys. Oh, co-op mode.
Now, to be clear,
That actually could be
nailed down
quite
what
sick.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I
Features.
feel that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I mean, I've never made a game. A game. Neither did you. Meeting playing. Scrum, design pitch, break, pitch design. Break is 5 minutes. Pitch design, number 2 chat. 2. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs. Ooh, who took the red marker? Me. Yeah, that's the runner's vision. But the objects aren't interactable. The prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable, is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2, is the sequel. Oh my god. 2. Sequels are good. Full stop. Portal 2, good. Half-Life 2, yes. Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City, I would agree. Divinity, never played. Doom 2, I think so, I'm not sure, I haven't played. Dark Souls 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar. Well, you kind of lost me there. Is that a crab? The ultimate sequel, okay. A lot of 2s. Meeting at 2 p.m. Sincerely, management. No new narrator. Oh, don't tell him that. They might replace him. Valued investors, this way to the show floor. New features. A bus. Why is there a bus? Is it that way? Expo hall. Thought maybe I can sit down here and enjoy new features. But it seems to be locked off. Okay. Oh yeah, they could. Oh my god.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I will. Don't mind if I do. Name. Reassurance bucket. That's why I'm doing this. This unlocks the bucket. And bucket adds a lot of new content in the original game. Welcome to the showcase. New features, new content, new game. The Stanley Parable 2. I saw the new content. And all I got is this shirt. I actually wouldn't mind some of these shirts. Office decorations, Stanley Parable reassurance bucket, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh. It's not gonna. Probably gonna say Stanley, but... Name. Here yours today. Everyone's got one. True, I guess. Exclusive. Button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's new. Name. Fuck, it's far away.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind,
yeah, okay.
my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
It is. I thought they were just flying. So let's see. Too big, too small, and just bright. Yeah, okay. That's what she said. I don't know. It's the same. It's gonna fucking explode when I press it, isn't it? I thought it's in a lock case.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Oh.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of
Okay.
the feature. Just play along. I
I am
promise you'll
Jim
love
now.
it. Okay, here we go.
Or is
Let's
it
take
this
a
way?
deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim,
Okay.
falling in love.
Friends
and being
call me
heartbroken
Jim.
as Jim,
My
seizing
wife
all
calls
the
me
world's
Jim.
possibilities as Jim,
My
as
cat calls
Jim,
me
watching
Jim,
your
which is a bit
dreams
odd.
crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim.
Poggers, it said my name!
You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button
It was
described
me.
You. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time.
I
If
wouldn't say
this were
so.
the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
But I am
I'm
Jim. I
putting
want to
Jim
hear my
away.
name.
Otherwise, soon
No.
you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
I am Jim. You think it would be cats?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing
You
this
heard
feature.
Jim in the game. Choose the button that says Jim. Oh wow, that everything changed. Enjoy the new features. Epilogue? Not yet. Please no screenshots. It's a showcase, the magazine. That doesn't help. This year's hottest investment opportunities sequels. What's better than that? Nothing. Top 10 investors currently visiting the show floor. That's me. Well, I guess I'm not investing anything. A whole new office. 999. Red is the new orange. Excuse me? The hell? The new updated ray traced, wow. More of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the... Who cares? It's a sequel. Original doesn't matter no longer. Schween shaders? What? Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Is it? New features, new content, new ideas. Jump circle and infinite hole. Free new plus easy achievement. I'll do that. Stanley Parable 2, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Okay.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided
Oh.
on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh, I have a choice. Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted
Fuck.
all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece it is.
Step niece. Can I get a balloon? Alright. It just shows what I didn't. Okay. I love when games do that, when they change the stuff.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
That's a big gym. I mean, Stanley. A lot of tubes. Achievement is there. Time depth. What the fuck? Distant space-time, distant past, distant future, distant space-time, falling upwards, whole like infinity, time like infinity, space like infinity. Oh, is this the whole? Opening, rim, surrounding area, depth, infinite. Is that the whole? Is the whole there? I don't know. Whole entrance, infinity. Okay, I can go through the wall again. The holy moly! How deep can we dig? The answer will mildly surprise you. Okay. It just keeps going. I don't want to be locked out of the expo. I want to see more. Like the easy achievement. He's spinning. I did not notice. What's this way? The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent
No
all your
jumps
jumps
remaining.
the first time we saw the jump circle.
No jumps remaining, player tears.
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh. Okay. Settings world champion, infinite hole, and free achievement. That's new, is it? Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
That's a good point. What else? The bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
There's no bucket.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Is that where it's gonna come from?
Stanley
Yeah.
Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
That's a hell of a laugh.
Feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Does it?
I
Plus
think
one
that just
charisma
holding
bucket?
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thank you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm not giving this back. It's my bucket now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
You should do
That
it.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
A timer on chairs. Collectibles. Jump hole, this map. You're here. Poggers. Jump hole. Wait. Jump circle. Why is a hole? Is an end. It's over there. It's right over there. Free achievement. Q. Damn it. Free achievement is that way. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Merge. Settings. World Champion. Oh yeah, I was going towards that. Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket, Office Decorations, Epilogue, Collectibles, Infinite Hole, and Exit. Infinite Hole, it won't end. We'll see about that. Is he shy? Is World Champion a bit shy? Collectibles, show me the figurines. Collect them all. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle
Genius.
the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Look at the people trying to collect it. But it's me who done it. Oh, thank you for teleporting me back.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Is it? Okay, that's the same. Oh, there's the numbers one. Times New Roman, Road Geek Transport, Heavy. Oh, it's just how 2 looks in different fonts. Exit is that way. But there's an infinite hole this way. Oh, and the achievement too. I want my free achievement. Pull the lever, receive a new achievement, no more steps. It just works! Get yours right now.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the whole
Anthony.
ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Gamers? Can I break it and actually pull it? Can I create the technology? Can I maybe crawl through? No. Okay.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Infinite hole. I think that's the last one.
Stanley,
Oh, there it
here's
is.
an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Do you want me to? Do I have no choice? I mean, I guess I can just go back.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Well, what if I don't?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? Is there a limit to my teleport?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh,
Is it a
did
very,
you
very
know?
deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay,
well-timed look
good for
down.
You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal
Maybe.
person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone
Just
would
the
actually
two
need.
of us.
Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Every pause button is a Roman numeral
Things got a
2.
little heated there. I think
That's
we both
right.
said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and
How did
agree
they
to
survive
just
this
call the
anyway?
hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
And what if I don't? Look at the cigarette butts that were thrown in here. They're very flat. How did they all land here? Unless there was someone here who was smoking. I refuse for a while. Anything gonna happen? I guess not. Alright.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
So make sure how to unlock the bucket. Maybe I already unlocked it. I just need to finish the ending and that's it. Where's that door? There's no way to get to it, but it is interesting. Something smells nice. Kind of like chips. Why is it not bread? Missed opportunity. Well, I think we've done everything here, Mr. Narrator, so we'll need to go away. Oh my god, 2 shelves.
All right. Have you seen
Is
everything
that a
you wanted
Reaper?
to? Ready to move on now?
There are chairs and buckets. Oh my god, look at that imagery. Everything is inside Stanley himself.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
Yeah.
I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Do you have a
There's
soul narrator?
definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
All right.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Jump circle inside the
This isn't
infinite
a
hall.
coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
All of the
Fans don't
magic.
love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need
Stanley
the structure and
Parable.
the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Of course.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect.
Damn, you
Go
work
ahead.
quick.
Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. It's so red.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company
Balloons.
in the building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427.
Okay. I think that's the same. Bucket? Oh, yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Balloons.
simply missed a memo.
Oh. Thought you were further in.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
It's my reassurance bucket. No, I killed it. Turning the PCs off. Wonder if that's also an ending of some kind. There was no 416. Or is it? Wait. Was that the door with new content? Yeah, I think so. So now it's 416. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, I don't know if anyone is still here. Oh my goodness, the sequel is now paused. But thank you anyone who came in. I think I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna leave. There's a lot of stuff left that I can do on another stream. But for now... Goodbye. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Nir, for coming in. I don't know if anyone else was here, but no one said anything, so... Here we are. Goodbye.